Welcome everybody. It's a great joy to be here with you. Willkommen, bienvenidos, benvenuti, konnichiwa. It's an amazing joy. Welcome to Color Light's Gifts to the World. Today, 6 luminaries on the field of color and light will be the donors of the color light presence. Welcome also to the Color Lights project, the Color Lights World project. Just giving you a little story, 2 months ago, I had the vision and idea, I can say I had the dream that I would love to spread the wonderful, healing, supporting, inspiring, beautiful energy of color and light. To give hope, trust, support, inspiration to the world. Because in these difficult times, very challenging times, we all can need inspiration, new outlooks, and maybe also support and trust. A few words to myself. I'm a color light therapist and also holistic color consultant based in Vienna, Austria. I'm now working since 33 years with color and light. Color and light are my calling, my vocation. It's an energy where I feel at home with. And from my work as color consultant and color light therapist, I know that color and light can bring so much healing, transformation, support, essence of yourself, and also beauty in this world, because color and light is a beauty that is deeply touching. A beauty on the outside and a beauty that goes very deep and touches your soul. And I give you one small sentence that I always love to take to start color sessions. Colors are children of light, and light is essential to life, which Johann Wolfgang von Goethe said, by the way, an important founder of color psychology. So here we are. I founded or I've initiated a group of 11 wonderful color light experts to come together. And today you are going to receive, I hope, inspirational presence in color and light. And from January on, we start a series of color and light zoominars that are suited as well for professionals working with healing, therapists, and also physicians working with color and light, but also for people new with color and light, maybe not working on this field, because the zoominars are meant to be very supportive, inspirational, and maybe giving you new outlooks on your life and how you can go on and be positive and feel loved. So that's my small introduction. And now I'm having the pleasure of presenting our first speaker. And maybe Nishant, can you please say a word so that we can see you?
Here we are.
Here we are. Here's Nishant Matthews. Welcome, Nishant Matthews from the US. He's an American living since a long time in Europe, now based in the Netherlands. Nishant Matthews, MA, is a psychotherapist and color researcher for over 30 years. He's the founder of the Samasati color light therapy method. He's the author of 2 books, one of them, The Friend, finding compassion with yourself. He is an expert of consciousness, psychology, and color and light. He will give 2 zoominars in April 13th and 20th with the title Healing with Color and Consciousness. And while he's speaking, I'm going to type his website into the chat. So if you have questions or anything you want to communicate with him, as we are so many people here, you can feel free to contact him afterwards. So warm welcome, Nishant.
Thank you, Gabriella. Joy to be here today and joy to be with you all. I tell you, my sense of this gathering and my place in it is that we're all feeling some attraction, some pull to the resource that light can be, especially in this COVID times. That light, especially color light, holds a whole wealth of resources, many of which we're just starting to discover. And for me, as the COVID story started winding up, and there was this creeping feeling of darkness coming down all over, I also had a little inner smile that said, if this much darkness is coming in, there's going to be a corresponding answer from the light team. And there's been an ongoing curiosity. How does the light want to manifest through each of us? There's going to be 50 new, if I do my job well today, each one of you is going to find a new resource of color light inside you. And how does that want to come through and offer, as Gabriella noted, creativity, hope, joy. This is a lockdown, terrible time. I lost 95% of my work, and I've never had a better time in my life. Light. If I didn't have light, I can tell you I'd be as depressed as anybody else out there. I'm having the time of my life with it, and every day there's new discoveries coming in. So I hope that you learn from us as experienced people, but also you treat us a bit as friends, people who are going to spark your light, not just give us information about our ways of working. A little background on me, and then I'm going to give you a short meditation. Background is I started Color Light around 1989, and was trained in Switzerland by a Swiss doctor who's using the Mandel system with Kirlian photography and so, and just totally fell head over heels in love with it. Then I went to India where there was no Kirlian photography and said, how do you do diagnostics now? And in India, I read a book by a guy named Bernie Siegel, who's an oncology doctor. He works with people with cancer. And in his book, he said, he had a friend who said, have all your patients make a color drawing of their body, including the wounded part. And I can tell you, and he did with 90% accuracy, who's going to get better and who isn't from the surgery.
What?
And this person, Bernie Siegel, said he was right. He was about 90% accurate. The color drawing somebody made before the surgery gave an indication of the energy psychology that was either going to get well or not. So that got me excited. I started having everybody make color drawings and da-da-da-da-da. And then on that same trip, I had a bad bicycle accident, and a lot of my arm was exposed to all the wonders of an Indian road covered with diesel fumes and cow manure and a little bit in this and that. And the hospital dressed me up and said, here's 2 bottles of antibiotic, take it. Otherwise you're going to have a real mess. I was in my color, I was young. I said, screw the medicine. I went home, took a blue light that was royal blue, the chief antiseptic color, and just soaked my arm under this blue light for the next 5 days. The result, 0 infection, 0 pain, and 0 scarring. That got my attention. A little while later, I was working with a person who had had hepatitis and just couldn't quite get back up to speed again. Kind of a gimpy liver. And I did my thing. I said, what color is your liver? And she said, it's muddy brown with some red spots. So I said, okay. And red spots means pockets of inflammation. Muddy brown means toxicity. I offered green light, since green is the natural resonant light for the liver. And I'm a bit of a sensitive type. And I said, the energy just shifted after 1 minute. What's it like now? And she said, oh, it's not so, the brown isn't so muddy and the red spots aren't so bright. 5 minutes of just back and forth like this. The red spots had turned pink and the muddy brown had turned back into springtime green. And when you see pink and green, this color green, it's healthy. And I said, I think you're fine now. And she stood up and said, yeah, no pain, feels good. And 6 months later, a message, I've been absolutely symptom-free ever since. So I'm a research type, and I kept wondering, how does this work? And then I had to give a demo on color light to a group of 60 strangers in London. And I asked for a volunteer, and I just wanted to show the power of blue light to quiet the busy thinking mind and help people find their inner peace and inner balance. I asked for a volunteer, and I had my blue light handy. And a guy came up and said, I hope you can handle me. I've got a splitting headache. And inside I said, oh no, come on, guy. And I said, okay, what color is the headache and where is it? He said, well, it's pretty red, dull red, and it's on this side of the head. Okay, Sherlock Holmes time. I'm in London. Let's be Sherlock Holmes for a few minutes. What did we have for dinner last night? A lot of fried clams. Fried clams are not the gallbladder's best friend. Gallbladder meridian runs through here. Elementary, Watson, is a gallbladder irritation that's manifesting as a headache. What color does the gallbladder like? Well, since the headache is red and the natural color to the gallbladder and the natural color for soothing inflammation is green, just started putting some green here. And again, after a couple minutes of application, energy shift, how's the headache now? He said, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, it went from an 8 down to about a 6. I said, let me know when we get to 2. And I just hang out with him, and 4 minutes, and the headache was 2 or less and didn't come back. So all of this gets my attention, and I'm curious, where's the magic? Where's the magic of the color? Is it in the medicine? Is it in the light? Is it in the instrument? And then I came to the conclusion, the light, the instrument, all of that works. But since I was traveling so much and trying so many different instruments, they all worked. All of them are good. You can hold up an Werzowa bottle. You can hold up a green plastic filter. You can hold up Med light, you can hold up a Luma light, they all work. Different ways, but they all work. It's spectacular. So then I just got the feeling, what it really does is it depends on who's holding the light and who's receiving it. And this brought me into color consciousness. I've been in training people in bodywork therapy for a long time, and my motto is, inside every body, there is somebody. Can we bring this somebody into the healing? Not just treat them as an inert thing, I'm doing something to your body. I want you involved in the healing. So I get into dialogue with people. What happens when this light touches your symptom? What happens when this light touches your field? What happens when this light touches your heart? All these different things. So a woman came to me in Amsterdam, and she's quite depressed. And what color is the depression? She said, it's a very heavy purple over my heart. And we could be very psychological with all this. I just took up my yellow light and held it about 1.5 meters away from her. And I said, what happens to that purple light when this yellow light turns on? She said, it starts to lift and clear. It doesn't feel so heavy. And I said, keep going a little further. Let me know when I can bring the yellow light closer. And she slowly let me bring the yellow light closer until there was a sense of warm something. And then I took the yellow light and just held it up and said, now that you've got this less burden, less suffering, see if you can use this light to find a new direction, a new path, a new way forward in this situation. Something that you can only get when there's some light. And sure enough, bing, oh, that was so simple. Why didn't you tell me in the beginning? She saw her path, she saw what she wanted to say, and it worked out. And it was a huge relationship crisis, and 30 years later, they're still living together. So it's not just dinky stuff that we're doing. This is how it came to me, and I invite you all to take my blessings and be color light specialists yourself from today on, and also get inspired by all these great other people coming in. Bring your hands up like this, everybody. And I'm going to give you a little heart meditation for the COVID times. A little heart meditation for the COVID times. Reach your hand, one of your hands, over into wherever it is that feels the darkness or the heaviness or the difficulty of the COVID time. Just kind of open one of your hands to it and see, is it fear, anger, hurt, grief, sadness? Just, if you want to put a name on it. And then, when you've got that, say to it, my heart's big enough for you today. My heart's big enough for you. I don't have to run away from you. My heart's big enough for you today. And then open your other hand and say, what has the light got for me today? What color light wants to come to me today? And say out loud what one comes to you. Everybody say out loud, whatever color light comes to you. It always does. Just see what the universe wants to put in your hand today for the situation you're in today. When you've got those two, say to the color light that the universe puts in your hand today, my heart's big enough for you too. And then bring these two hands closer together so that they start to meet and interact. Bring these two hands together so they start to meet and interact. And as they meet and interact, you'll see that a third thing starts unfolding, something healthy, something tender, something good. Some new health starts unfolding. And as that new health starts unfolding, open your hands like this, like offering hands, and say, I offer this new light to everybody who could use it. Just make it an offering, a dedication. I offer this new light to everybody who can use it. May it go all over. And every day you can farm light and gift light to the whole world. Thank you much. Joy to be with you, and lots of love and light, and have a great time with the whole presentation here and all the time after. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nishant. How wonderful. And thanks a lot for being with us. Nishant has to leave soon because he's giving another class in 1.5 hours to a big group, I think of 80 people teaching. Thanks a lot. So inspiring, Nishant.
Joy, and have a great time with it. Thank you.
Thank you. So I would like to introduce now our next donor or gift donor or speaker. So please, Rykke, if you say something that we can see you.
Hello, Gabriella.
Hello.
Hi, and hello, everybody.
Yeah. Hello, this is Rykke. Welcome, Rykke Godthjaelp from Denmark, Copenhagen. Rykke is an acupuncturist and an auricular therapist working with posturology since 2003. She uses in her auricular therapy work the approach of Dr. Nogier and Dr. Magnin. She has been working with color and light since 2004, and she uses in her color work the Kodak color filters. Rykke is the owner of the Godthjaelp Institute, where she treats and teaches auricular therapy. Rykke will do for us a workshop, a zoominar on May 13th, a journey through the 7 colors of Dr. Nogier. And I'm going to write you her website in the chat so that you can get back to her with questions. Welcome, Rykke.
Thank you very much, Gabriella, and thank you everybody for tuning into our color seminar and listening. Today I would like to share with you the color called F98. It's a color that is called both violet and blue. And the thing I find with these filters, because it is color filters that I work with, the Kodak color filters, is that they change color depending on, of course, the light coming through them, but also where I am in the world. So the different world places I have been, I have brought my colors. The different places in the world I have been, I have brought my filter colors, my color filters, sorry. And to see the difference of this light shining through these color filters. And it's always different. And of course, this light that I will share with you in a minute will also radiate different from each screen. So it will vary from violet to blue. When I work with the filters, I work with the 7 no shear filters, the foundation filters, which starts with the A to the G frequency, and the A frequency is the egg and the semen, and every time you double the frequency of that color, the color starts with 2.28 hertz, and then you double it, you get the B frequency and so forth. And the color that we're working with today is the F98, and it has a hertz frequency of 73. When you work with these different colors, the 7 foundation colors, which I'm going to give the seminar in, they all reach different parts of our bodies and minds. And the F frequency is the subconscious. We start with the egg and the semen, and then we go all the way to the conscious mind. And the F frequency, just under the G frequency, is the subconscious. And this is the frequency, the color that we're going to look at and work with today. And I would like to share my screen just to show, and let me just see here. Just hold on for a second. And I will see if I can do this properly. I don't know how to share this right. Actually, I will put my headset in, which I forgot.
Yes. Now we can see Rykke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that this is the right one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the 7 frequencies that we work with. And the frequency that I want to talk to you about today is the F frequency. And here it looks, I think, very blue on my screen at least. So when we work with these frequencies, with these colors, we work with them on different places on the body. And all of these frequencies, they have a specific place on the body. And the F frequency is placed in the front of our face. I know that this is a bad picture. I'm sorry. This is what I could find. And it's the white part we're looking at. So we're looking at the whole face except the forehead and the center of the face and the entrance to the nose, the mouth and the eyes, which is all an A frequency. So we naturally have the F frequency, or this, the oscillation of the blue color in our face, or the violet color. And this we will use in our understanding of the color. And this is what I would speak about of in May as well. On the ear, we also have the different frequencies, and I know that the colors don't match the actual color. We have the F here also, again, the pictures as the white color, which is placed on the lateral side of the lobe. So what I want to say with this is that every part of the body has a frequency. Every part of the ear, we work in auricular therapy, we work a lot with the ear, and it's all placed around our body in different colors. So when we work with the blue color, it's the subconscious, like I said, and I would like just to share a bit about what you can work with the blue color, or the F98, the blue-violet color. As it is the subconscious, we will work with for example, the sleep. And here we can work with things that we cannot necessarily do something about, which is, or not something that we can do something about, but things that are not in our conscience yet. So things that we are not aware of is troubling us. So this can be nightmares. It can be wild dreams, dreams that make us uneasy and unrelaxed in our bodies. And when we work with the blue light, we can calm the subconscious. And by calming the subconscious, we can sometimes open it up to the conscious mind. So we can work with, for example, sleeplessness. And another thing that we could work with would be depression and anxiety. And when we work with, again, the blue color here, it is the subconscious, which is to say the things we are not aware of yet, the things we are not conscious of yet. So that would be if we are sad about something, but we don't understand why we are sad. We are anxious about something, but we don't know why we are anxious. We are depressed about something, but we don't know why we are. So if it's a reason that we are aware of, it is not the F frequency we will use. It is not this blue-violet color. We would use then the G frequency, which is more pink, more pinkish, red pinkish. So when we use this blue color, we will shine it different places on the body. And I will now unshare the screen for a second. We will shine this light. One of the things that I like to do is to shine it directly on my forehead. And now you saw a picture of the filters. So these Kodak filters, you get a Kodak filter like that, or you get a color and you just put, it's so easy, you know, this thing doesn't have to be difficult. You put a torch behind it and you just shine it directly on your forehead. Like Nishant just said, putting the blue color around your third eye, or yin tang, as we say in acupuncture, is putting the blue color around here and holding that blue color, this blue violet color, to your forehead for 5-10 minutes. If you had a stress day, if you had an experience that uneases you, if you just had these feelings, emotions coming to you and you're not quite sure what they're about, you hold that light to your head like that. So this is a little about the blue color. What I would like to do, a very, very small meditation, actually a bit like Nishant, but I would like to do it with the color coming towards you. So if you have the possibility, like I'm in Denmark right now, so it's very dark around me already. So maybe if you're in California, you have the sun shining towards you and it can be difficult to sit in a dark room. But I would like to now turn on this light that will come on you, or what would you say, shine this blue light on you, and then have a small meditation where we will try to reach the parasympathetic nerve system to relax the whole nerve system. So I will again share the screen and I will ask you to join me in this short meditation. And let me see here. So here we have this color that I've tried to fill up the screen with. And I will just turn off my light shining directly in my face so that there will be a little less light around me. So please try and sit comfortably. Maybe you're sitting on a chair and then you will place your feet on the ground. And if you're sitting in lotus, that is also completely fine. However you feel relaxed. Put your hands in your lap, letting your hands, your palm facing upward. And close your eyes if you feel comfortable in doing so. Just take a deep inhalation all the way underneath your belly button, all the way deep down in your body. And exhale. I will ask you now to try and inhale and exhale only through your nose, only through your nostrils. And just breathe very calmly and softly through your nostrils. And in. and out. And relax your shoulders. Tilt your head a bit forward and back in an aim to relax your neck and your spinal cord. And feel your buttocks firmly placed in the seat and your feet on the floor. Now try to breathe so slowly that your nostril hairs will not move. Have the sensation that you breathe very slowly, very calmly in and out, so that your nostril hair will stay very calm. And maybe you feel your mouth filling up with water. This will be a good sign that you are relaxing and entering your parasympathetic system, being in that sphere. Close your eyes, keep them closed if you feel comfortable in doing so. And whatever thoughts, feelings, emotions are coming to you, they're okay. It's okay. Don't force them in or out of your mind. Just relax. And know that it's okay. They're all part of you. And you are okay. If you feel comfortable, try and connect with Earth in any way you feel comfortable doing. Spirit, emotional, or the roots coming through your legs, entering Earth, or with angels surrounding you. However you connect the best. And stay in the slow inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Letting this blue-violet color shine on you. Shining on your body. And if you feel comfortable with this, then connect with everybody in this room. In this room of zoominar that we're having. We're connecting through Mother Earth and through this color, through our subconscious and our conscious mind. However you feel about this, if you're connecting with it or not, it's okay. It's all part of you, and it's okay. Now slowly open your eyes. My wish for this meditation with you is that through this zoominar, and maybe beyond this, we will stay connected through our subconscious and conscious mind. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Rykke.
Thank you.
Wow. What a journey, lovely. Thanks a lot, Rykke. Amazing.
Boy, I would like to turn this light down a bit. Whoosh.
Okay, so when you have landed back into the here and now, yes, please feel yourself sitting again in your seat, and feel your feet on the ground. And thanks a lot again, Rykke, really amazing.
Thank you very much, Gabrielle.
Thanks. And looking forward to your zoominar.
Oh, so much. I do that so much. I'm looking so much forward to this and to share all the colors with you guys.
Lovely.
So thank you. I will mute myself.
Yes, May 13th. So I will like to welcome now our next wonderful presenter and speaker. Nathan, can you please say something that we can see you?
Hello, Gabrielle.
Hi, this is Nathan Oxenfeld. Nathan Oxenfeld is from the US, from North Carolina. Nathan Oxenfeld is a certified Bates method teacher. He's the founder of Integral Eyesight Improvement based in Asheville, North Carolina. He's the author of Give Up Your Glasses for Good. And he's hosting the Naked Eye podcast on YouTube and Better Eyesight podcast. And he's the producer of the new documentary, New Vision 2020, From Eyesight to Insight, which I highly recommend. Very well done and very interesting. And Nathan I'm very happy that he's part of our Color Lights World Project group, because he's a specialist for eyesight and consciousness.
Too loud.
Working with light also, of course. And as we all, or I guess many of us, are spending a lot of time, a lot of screen time, he's the one who can inspire us and help us so that our eyes stay healthy and maybe also can improve. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here, and it's just been so amazing last Saturday going through everybody's gifts, and so far today I'm just like glowing. And yes, my name is Nathan Oxenfeld, and I really wanted to kind of address the elephant in the room today, like Gabrielle just mentioned, that we are all looking at a screen right now, and sometimes our eyes aren't the biggest fans of screens, especially if we're kind of going overboard with them. And so what is the screen if not just light? It's a source of light that's shining directly into our eyes. And Gabrielle shared a wonderful quote from Goethe earlier, and I wanted to share one as well. That says, "Light created the eye as an organ with which to appreciate itself." And this was just put up yesterday by one of my friends, Victor. He's known as the blind biohacker. He's another one of these people who's really interested in finding out what can we do to influence our eyes and our vision in a positive direction. And what we just did with Rykke and with Nishant and everybody last weekend is, what are we doing? We're appreciating light here. We're appreciating color. And if your eyes are not in a relaxed state, if they're full of tension and tightness and strain, maybe we're not able to appreciate light or color as much as we could. And so hopefully by some of the things that I shared today and in my workshop in 2021 will enhance everybody else in this group's, teachings to the people, because more you relax your eyes, you can receive this light and receive these colors in maybe a deeper way than if you're coming at it with tension and strain in the visual system. Now, what we just did was kind of cool, where we closed our eyes and we were just feeling the color on the body and on the skin and through the eyelids. And it's interesting that the color blue was chosen, because that is also part of my topic today, is about blue light from the screens and how to kind of manage it in a sense to maybe make our eyes feel better and see better. And there's a clear distinction here between what we just did, which was sort of a meditative therapeutic experience with a specific color for a specific reason. That's not the type of blue light that we're going to talk about today. I'm talking about more of the sort of more mindless consumption of blue light that we're, being maybe overexposed to with all the screens. So I wanted to talk about the artificial light sensitivity today. But first I wanted to talk about natural light sensitivity. Because that's in my mind, I have this distinction between artificial light and natural light is the sun. Gabrielle mentioned that I'm a teacher of something called the Bates method, which was developed by an eye doctor named Dr. William Bates about 100 years ago. And a central part of this form of natural vision improvement is light therapy, specifically sun therapy. Now, this practice in the Bates method is called sunning, and I've kind of changed the terminology in a sense to call it sun sandwiches. So I've got a couple of gifts for you today. First of all, I want to give you a sun sandwich, and there's a couple reasons why I call it a sandwich. It's because, first of all, you're feeding your eyes. Sunlight is essentially the environmental nutrients for your eyes and your vision. There was this wonderful man named Jonathan Ott, who is another one of these pioneers in the light field. And he pointed out to me in his book, Health and Light, that humans require a trace amount of UV light. We know that we need like trace amounts of minerals and even certain heavy metals we need, but if we get too much of it, it can be toxic. Same thing with the UV light or certain ranges in the sunlight, is we need trace amounts of it to be healthy and to be thriving. If we get too much, we get burnt. If we don't get enough, we run into a whole other set of issues as well. So these sun sandwiches that you can start to feed yourself on a regular basis are really designed to help you find that sweet spot where you're not underexposing yourself and you're not overexposing yourself. And I know that most of us are inside right now, so I'm not actually going to go outside and actually take a sun sandwich, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like so that maybe later today or this weekend or sometime you can try it out yourself and see what it feels like. The other reason it's called a sandwich is because we alternate between the sun exposure and palming. So sunning is super simple. Your eyes are closed. You face towards the sun in the sky. Ideally, when it's low in the sky, close to the horizon, sunrise or sunset is great, but any time is okay. You just want to be mindful of the UV index. Your eyes are closed and you simply swing or pivot your head, or maybe you want to swing your body, or maybe you want to nod your head up and down, or maybe you want to do a little head roll or a little infinity sign. Doesn't really matter what direction you move in. You just want to make sure that you're not just totally motionless and just absorbing the light in that one spot on the retina. We want to spread the light all around the inside of the retina and bathe all of the rods and the cones, which are literally called your photoreceptors, or the light receiving cells. We want to feed all of them. And when I do it, I almost picture that my rods and cones are kind of dancing around and partying because they're like getting what they want. They're craving that light. And then you're only doing it for maybe between 5 or 10 seconds of sunning. Then you go right into palming, which is when you take your cupped palms and place them over your closed eyes. I cross the fingers of one hand over the other to kind of create this upside down V shape so that my nose isn't getting blocked off. I can breathe nice and easily. And we're sealing the eyes off from as much light as possible. We're not pressing on the eyes. We're just blocking all the light. And we watch the light fade away. It gets darker, darker, darker. And then we slowly remove the hands, go right back into the sunning. We want to be gentle because your pupils dilate when you palm. So when you come back into the sun, your pupils constrict, and we want to be careful that we do it gently. So you slowly kind of remove and come back right into the sunning just for 5 or 10 seconds, back and forth. Make sure, there's no squinting or scrunching. The way that I prevent that is I lift my eyebrows up slightly, keeping the eyes closed the whole time, but the eyebrows can go up. Then you're not scrunching or squinting. And then you palm. And this alternation between the brightest light in the solar system and the pitch black of this little palming cave creates this full spectrum of flexibility of the iris muscles, the pupils, this fluid exchange that's happening in the eye. We're opening up the channels of the eye to get this blood flow, this lymph flow, this energy flow. And it's not just for your eyes. This sunlight comes in, stimulates your rods and your cones, sends signals through the optic nerves into the visual cortex, into the brain, all the visual and non-visual optic pathways. That goes through the spinal cord, out through all the nerves in the body. So we're filling our whole bodies with this, highest quality light. We might be aware of the quality of the food that we're taking in with our diet. We eat healthy foods and we avoid junk foods. But what about our eye diet? The highest quality light is coming from the sun. So we want to get that good stuff in little tiny doses. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned the 4 rules of sunning. These are mentioned in my book that Gabrielle mentioned, Give Up Your Glasses for Good. In this book, it includes the different practices. Let's see if I can find the sunning. Here we go. So we've got, the pictures and the instructions here. But this is the one part of the Bates method that can be a little misconceived or even controversial in a sense. And I really just want to set a few parameters here. So there's 4 rules of sunning: to always let comfort be your guide. So this always comes back to you of how long you do this or how short you do this. And you can gauge it yourself. You can tell, oh, I might be going a little bit overboard, or maybe I could use a little bit more. So my time recommendation is anywhere between 30 seconds and 3 minutes total of doing sun sandwiches. So 5 or 10 seconds of each back and forth, maybe just a couple times, or maybe you can go for a few minutes if you're comfortable with that. Everybody has different light sensitivity levels, but the cool thing about this practice is that it decreases your light sensitivity so you can handle brighter lights and it's not uncomfortable. Number 2 is a little bit often. So we want to think about these little dosages, those little trace amounts of light that we're getting, as opposed to just going overboard or doing a big long sunning session. We make sure that we palm equally as we sun. That's why we do the sun sandwiches, as opposed to just doing sunning for 3 minutes and then palming for 3 minutes. You can alternate back and forth. And then the 4th one is, this isn't necessarily sun gazing. Some people have heard of sun gazing, where you have your eyes open and you actually gaze directly at the sun. This is a little different. This is a lot more gentle. We're letting the light come through the closed eyelids. It's diffusing the light, and there's a lot of movement. So we're spreading it all around. And like I mentioned, it's neat how Rykke was talking about how her colors changed depending on the different qualities of the sunlight in different countries she travels to. So think about where you live, how close you are to the equator. Maybe you want to even look up what's the UV index in your area. And it changes throughout the day, so that's why we want to do it kind of between maybe 6 and 9 a.m. in the morning, or between 4 and 7 p.m. in the evening, depending on the time of year when the sunset and sunrise is. So, and here's John Ott I was talking about. We are all light deficient, and this deficiency may be the source of our physical and emotional problems. And so these sun sandwiches are designed to get over that light deficiency that we might have. And what I love about the sun is that it contains all the colors. It contains all the visible colors and the invisible spectrum. So it has this balanced thing, this sort of entourage effect. And I want to kind of use that as the segue from natural light into artificial light, because that's what we're looking at right now. We're not looking at sunlight, we're looking at artificial light. And so I'm going to pull up this slide here. And this is a little bit of a preview, like Gabrielle mentioned, of what we're going to be going deeper into in next year in the workshops and stuff. And actually, this is my second gift to you. Earlier this year, I hosted an event, the Vision Summit, and I gave a full 1-hour workshop on these 6 computer vision tips. And I'm just going to focus on one right now, this blue light thing. But if you're interested in getting the full, all 6 of them, I'll type that link in the chat, and then you can watch that later. So it's integraleyesight.com/colorlightsworld. That's where you can actually put in your name and email, and you'll get a link to this full video that you can watch on your own time. But I wanted to touch on this blue light aspect, because this is the other little takeaway I wanted you to receive today, is the fact that we can use the blue light in that therapeutic way, like we just experienced in the meditation. But what about when you're writing emails, or when you have to work spreadsheets, or when you're having to do all kinds of work on the screens, and it's less of that intentional, hey, I'm using this frequency of light to heal, and it's more like, I just got to get my work done. I'm a big proponent of managing this blue light exposure. And there's really 2 main ways that I've done this, which is a combination of blue blocking softwares and blue blocking glasses. And so I've given 2 examples here, Flux and Iris. Flux is a free software that you can download on your laptop, on your computer. It just pops up in your toolbar, and then you can drag the bar and it takes some of the blue light out. It makes your screen look a little more yellow, orange, red, which is what my screen looks like right now. But I don't have Flux on this computer. I have Iris on this computer, which is similar kind of software, except they have just more features. They have, you can change the brightness of your monitor without affecting the flicker rate, which sometimes affects eye strain. And they've even got these timers to kind of help you become more accountable of taking breaks from your screen time. But the really cool thing is that all these companies are acknowledging this effect of the blue light, like on your smartphones and tablets. It's probably built in already, this night shift mode or the dark mode. And even though it's called the night shift mode, I personally choose to leave it on 24/7, unless I'm doing something that requires true colors. Like when we did the meditation, I turned Iris off so that I could experience the true color of that blue. But right when it was over, I turned Flux back on, and now my eyes are more comfortable looking at the screen with the blue blocking software on it. I've been using these things since 2012, and it's been a huge, huge game changer with how much screen time I have to do. It allows me to work on the screen in a much more comfortable way. Now, when I'm looking at a screen that has the software on it, I don't really think I need to wear the blue blocking glasses because I've already got the software on. But my television doesn't have a software on it. So that's really the only type of screen that I will wear blue blocking glasses. So got a couple examples. These are the more kind of transparent, clear ones. So these are these are just two, these are the raw optics ones. These are the day ones, so that, you know, the colors look about the same. It's a little yellow, but not too noticeable. Then we've also got these yellow ones. These are the blue blocks, yellow ones. These ones are just, you know, kind of brightens things up, and it's filtering more blue light than the clear ones, but it makes everything yellow. So you want to take that into account. Then the more extreme ones are the night versions. These are the red ones, which blocks majority of almost all the blue light, if not all of it, and it makes everything red. So once again, this, if you're watching a movie or a TV show, it does mess with it a little bit because you're not getting the true colors. So you might want to use one of the more clear ones or things that don't change it as much. Those are all non-prescription, but they do make prescription ones as well. But the idea about this whole natural vision thing is that when you implement some of these things, you may require less prescriptions. Maybe you gain some more independence and more functionality without using artificial lenses. In my own experience, I wore glasses and contacts for over a decade for myopia and astigmatism. And through the Bates method and this light therapy and this work, I, over a period of a few years, weaned off of my glasses and, you know, began able seeing clearly without the glasses, and helping other people do the same. And so I'm really, really excited to kind of go deeper into all this stuff in February. We're going to go into more practices and like experiential things of how to actually relax the eyes, relax the mind. And hopefully you can get a chance to check out that full class where you get all 6 of those computer tips. Maybe that'll be a little sort of like preparation for all these amazing zoominars that are coming up each month in 2021. So just wanted to thank everyone again for being here. And well, I forgot, I wanted to check in with the group. Is anybody currently using any kind of blue blocking softwares or glasses? Yeah, Constance is showing hers.
Constance.
So
yes,
yeah, it's
a few, yes.
Yeah, it's a simple little step you can take. And I think that it can lead you in a totally different direction with your visual development. So those are my gifts, would be that full class and some sun sandwiches. And I'd really, really appreciate y'all being here and being interested in these amazing topics.
Thanks a lot, Nathan. I would like to encourage you all to visit Nathan Oxenfeld's YouTube channel, where he has many very fascinating videos about palming and a lot of rich informations on the topic. A really amazing YouTube channel. Yes, and looking forward to learning more, Nathan, on February 23rd at the Zoominar. Thanks a lot.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we are coming to our next presenter, a lady from California. Constance, can you say something, please?
Hi. Hi.
Hi. This is Constance Hart from California. She's the founder of Conscious Colors and Color Aroma.
Hi, this is Nathan Oxenfeld with Integral Eyesight.
And Constance has founded the Color Aroma, which is an innovation combining color psychology with therapeutic aromatherapy. She has been a pioneer with over 26 years of experience on this field, and she trains practitioners worldwide in her method Conscious Colors. She will be running a Zoominar on 9th of February called Full Spectrum Orbit Healing. Welcome, Constance. Enjoy.
Thank you, Gabrielle. And light bringers, I'm in such good company today. So for all of us, being attracted to light means, and being curious about learning more about light and color surely means that you are indeed a light bringer with a mission, however small or large, to share that frequency with others. So as Gabrielle said, yes, I am the founder and developer of Conscious Colors and Color Aroma. And Conscious Colors is a complete color therapy modality, and to help people really influence your emotional state and the wellness of your physical body by illuminating what's real and true, which is that inherently we actually are all well. We are vibrational beings. We are so much more than just physical matter and mass. And this is the foundation of the complete conscious colors modality, and really what led me to create a multi-sensory experience of color through the color aroma oils and mists, is that we are more than just physical matter and mass. In fact, our physicality of us is not the greatest part. The greatest part of us is vibration, is frequency, is energy, is light. So we really are color at our essence. So I too have a couple of gifts for you today. Take a moment to see your reflection. And I'm going to give you perhaps a few different ways to consider color. Because, to quote Dr. Wayne Dyer, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And so let us change the way that we experience and relate to color today. So in order to experience and express really the whole self, we want to give the self its vibrational reflection. You know, as human beings, we spend so much time focused on the physical body, like Nathan said, the food that we feed. So really we want to also give the body being the food that it needs in the version of vibration and frequency, which color is just that. So giving the self exposure to color consciously is a way of giving the light living energy core of you nourishment. So take a moment to softly let your eyes gaze toward the center of this color energy flower. And actually, you could close your eyes first for a moment. And as you open the eyes and gaze softly at the center of this flower, know that when your being is being starved of this food of the color energy can then actually become medicine. So the way I like to introduce color energy as medicine is to consider that color is alive. Color is light, living energy. So even just sharing that with your patients, your clients, your students, yourself, reminding and remembering that really who you are is a rainbow being of light, a rainbow being of light, living energy. Let's close the eyes again. And this first gift you can give to yourself often. A very simple way of utilizing color energy as medicine is to consider a feeling intention. So just take a moment to consider a feeling that you'd like to feel today. I'm inviting fill in the blank. It could be balance. I'm inviting feeling peaceful. I'm inviting feeling. And when you have that, open your eyes and start at the pink ray at the top and just bring your eyes clockwise around the color energy flower and let yourself be drawn to the color that is going to represent this feeling. There's no wrong answer. Just let yourself be led to the one color that's going to express this feeling for you today. And closing the eyes. And opening the eyes and just gazing with that one petal. Whoops. Gazing with that one petal that you chose, that you were led to. And my suggestion is to set up a color altar for yourself, just a space on a table, and find as many objects in this particular color that you can, even just a piece of colored construction paper, a pen, a vase, a placemat, a mug, and just set up this visualization place, this area that you will visit with this. I got so taken by the flower, I forgot to look at you. Hi. So you're going to set up this beautiful color altar to represent the feeling that you're inviting, and you'll visit it often. My second gift is we're going to tune in with this gold ray. So welcome to gold. It's a beautiful blend of the colors orange and yellow. And this gold vibration, it really helps to express the ability to be centered amidst change and chaos. And so this time of year, typically when we're ending a year, our energy, as we end a year and we're looking forward to a new year, our energy sometimes gets a little confused between past and future. And gold is a wonderful color ray that I utilize to help be in present time and to be centered. So as you might be reflecting on the past year and certainly the past 10 months, your energy might actually be leaving present. It will be leaving present time and going into the past. And as you set new intentions for your new year, the energy then tends to get ahead of itself. And this is where a lot of people experience anxiousness and overwhelm, confusion and lack of clarity. So let's have a meditation with this beautiful light living energy of gold. So once again, you can let your eyes drop softly to the center of this light living gold color flower. And as you're seeing that gentle movement, begin to become more aware of the gentle movement of your own breath. And if you're quiet enough and still enough, the pulsing of your own heartbeat. Here's your reminder, open front shutters for plants. And we want to have everyone mute themselves in the lower left-hand corner. Thank you. If you're just coming into the Zoom, please mute yourself in the lower left-hand corner. So tuning into this golden light now, you can repeat after me silently to yourself. I'm inviting a centering now. As I engage with this gold ray, my energy becomes more centered, more present in the here and now. I have everything I need within me to connect with my own inner frequency and vibration of centeredness. I invite a soothing now. I am in present time, and in present time, I invite centering. Go ahead and cup your hands like so, and set them underneath your screen, underneath the color flower. And with the power of your own mind, we're going to consciously allow that golden color flower, that gold ray energy, to come right into the hands. And bringing the hands closer to the self, knowing that you're holding this energy of soothing, centering in present time. You can gently press the palms together and know that this gold ray is available to you in any moment that you choose to connect with it consciously. And I'd like you to find a place in your body today that you would like to deem your own center. It could be the soles of your feet, the belly, the chest, an area on your back, or just simply your hands, your eyes. You find the place right now that you are going to select as your centering center. And with your hands, just transfer that gold light to that place. Utilizing color energy therapy in this way, it's so profound and yet can be so simple. And it really only takes less than 4 minutes. So I'm hoping to inspire you to give yourself one or both of these gifts, 2 to 4 minutes a day. And this gold ray for centering, it's going to be so helpful as we move from the solstice into the end of the year and calling in the new year. I also have another gift for you at consciouscolors.com, my online wonderful world of color energy therapy. You can visit consciouscolors.com anytime through the end of the year and enjoy $10 off anything, a course, a meditation practice, some of the color aromas that you may be attracted to. Just use the code COLORLIGHTS, of course, and you'll get $10 off whatever you like. So
Wow.
it's been a great pleasure sharing a little bit of the Conscious Colors world with you. Enjoy your new energy.
Wow, thanks so much, Constance. That's really deep, touching beauty. The beauty that goes within. Thanks a lot. Really impressive. So, yes, we are coming to the last 2 highlights for you. Please stay in because we are having 2 highlights still coming. First, I want to present to you Christiane. Christiane, can you show yourself and say something?
Here.
Yeah, here's Christiane Werzowa. But first, just that you know how long we still want to be here together. Christiane is going to give you a very short appetizer, and then we are having Pierre van Obberghen, who is going to do a surprise with the whole group. So please stay in. So now I want to present Christiane Werzowa. She is a dear friend and colleague from Vienna. And Christiane is a translator, a graduated for English-German. She has been teaching and practicing yoga and meditation for 10 years. She's a color consultant and studied color and design with the EACC, the International Association of Color Consultants. She has founded her Institute for Color and Style in Vienna, and she has founded the Quorum Light Transform, the Colored Light Pyramid, which she's going to tell you something about right now. And she has been the presenter, a presenter of her Colored Light Pyramid at the Global Pyramid Conference in Chicago in the year 2018. She will have a zoominar in June 15th called Color, Light and Pyramids. Welcome, Christiane.
Thank you very much, Gabrielle. Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to be here, and I can't see myself right now, but yes, okay. So you can see me and hear me, I hope.
Yes.
Okay. So as Gabrielle said already, I have been working with colors for also 30 years and more. And I, of course, came on the course of light as well. And one day the form of the pyramid, of the colored light pyramid, appeared before my eyes. And so I decided to do it. And I found a congenial partner in Andreas Lima, who is also here. Are you here, Andreas? Yes. And he's the constructor and the light designer of the colored light pyramid. So what is it? The colored light pyramid is a device where you can sit in, can meditate, or have a color light session like all the others. And I will show you now a few slides and a few photos so that you can get an impression of it. And I will share my desktop with you.
Yes, we can see.
So, like color, like light, like the form of a pyramid, which is the connection now of the colored light pyramid, all three are so potent, are so mighty to bring so much light and color and form in our lives, that this connection is a room in a room where you can meditate, relax, have therapies there. This is the reason why it was built and made. And now I will show you the man who constructed it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Now here is Andreas Lima. He is the constructor of the pyramid. And what you can also do in the pyramid is that you can not only meditate, but you can do therapies there. And I will show you what you can do. This is the large pyramid, which has the proportion of 3 meters per 3 meters. This is about 9.10 feet per 9.10. And then we have the smaller pyramid, which is 2 meters per 2 meters is 4 square meters, or 6.6 feet per 6.6 feet. So I'm very excited now. Sorry, I'm really stumbling. And this pyramid was taken, this photo was taken at the lake Weißensee in Austria. The pyramid has a zipper so that you can close it and you won't be seen inside. And this is very important for people who are stressed, or for people who have traumas, or for children who have traumas. So they can close the zipper and the therapist is outside and they are not seen inside. In this case, I asked the persons to sit close to the wall of the pyramid so that we can see the shades, and you may realize that the shades are in the complementary color, which is a really funny game, which Gabriel and I love to see when we are using it. Talking about children, here children love the pyramid, of course, because it's a thing where they can hide, where they can play. And interestingly, they are not very loud inside. Usually they are playing or drawing or whatever. But with children who are sick or ill, or children who have traumas, they need a special room. So we have this pyramid in a children's hospital in Austria for cancer, children having cancer. The pyramid is also located in a therapist center where traumatized children are in psychotherapy. Very often children with traumas, children who have psychical problems, they are given the therapy with the colored light pyramid. They just love it and they're playing inside. Here it's outside, where the children playing outside, and in the pyramid as well. And you can use it for many forms of therapy, like shiatsu, or you can use it for working with the singing bowls. It's very nice to lie in there and have both forms of therapy combined with light and color. And I have had many therapists who said when they were working in the pyramid, they are so relaxed and so refreshed after giving a session to other people. And I've also had people who had traumas and they came out and said they are so refreshed and relaxed and relieved. Of course, a trauma cannot be gone after 1 or 2 sessions. You have to do it more often. And now we have the pyramid in center, in a therapy center, and we also have it in a kindergarten, where the children are read off books and stories and told stories. So this is the way the pyramid can be used. But a very important use for the pyramid, and I use it also very often, is meditation. As you may see here on this photo, as long as it's not really dark, the colors are not so bright as when it's dark in the surrounding.
Okay, this is amazing, Christiane. Wow.
Yes, and here I have, I'm finished in a few minutes. And here I have at the Colored Light at the Global Pyramid Conference. This was an Indian doctor, a physical doctor, who is also meditating with people in pyramids, which is really amazing to have this power of this combination of energy with the pyramids. So,
wow.
When you're meditating, you can get very still, very solemn. And now I will fill this emptiness with the items which can be used when you are taking the seminar with me in June. So we will talk about the healing qualities of color. We will talk about the importance and complementary colors, which is very important for me. We will speak about color and our 5 senses and how to achieve inner harmony. And we will talk about the inherent relation of color and light with music, numbers. Can you hear me? Janina, and geometry. And the energy flow in the pyramids and how to use it in meditation. And last but not least, I will present the color biography, which is an exercise to put your life into colors, the stations of your light, give them colors, and then you can read these colors and see where are your where did you get great strength and how you can use it. This is what we will do when you join the course. So I hope I will not be as excited as I was now. And thank you very much for listening. And I give you all my best wishes for inner peace, bringing love and joy, laughter to your beloved and to the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Christiane.
Yes, I will. So,
yes. Thanks so much, Christiane. I highly recommend this experience with the color pyramid, which I know a little bit. It's really awesome, and you can experience it on June 15th with Christiane in the zoominar. So now we are coming to the closing highlight of our session. Maybe Pierre, can you say something so that we can see you?
Hello.
Hello. This is Pierre van Obberghen from Belgium, living currently in France. Pierre is the founder of the International School of Color Therapy and Color Psychology. He's an awesome color therapy teacher with novel insights into color psychology and color symbolism. He's a great expert in color symbolism. He's the creator of the professional color test, also called Personal Chromatic Profile, which you are going to see now. He's the author of Traité de couleur thérapie pratique and L'Oracle des couleurs, 2 books, amazing books. And he's trained in acupuncture, homeopathy, psychotherapy, and holotropic breath work. And he's an artist and graphic designer. And he is going to be the first presenter of our zoominar series in January. Please enjoy. Welcome, Pierre.
Hello. Hello, everybody. So I'm so glad that we will clôture this zoominary with a special experience, funny experience. I hope it will be funny and that will be very entertaining. So what we are going to do, we are going to make a color test and I will give an interpretation of this color test. Naturally, this color test will be a special color test because it will be the color test for the group. So it will be a group color test. Usually color testing is more for one person, But in this case, many persons will do the color test on one test, and then I will give an interpretation of this color test. So it's maybe a little bit complicated because we need to call you. So we will unmute 12 persons, and those 12 persons, they will be the color tester for the group. So let's see who can do it. Maybe I can see the name of the person. I don't know. If I see the name of the person, I will ask those persons to unmute them mic, and I will ask them to proceed to the color test with me. Don't worry, I will help you. So here we start. I will share my screen. If I can, yes. So actually I can see the name of the people here. Some people, not everybody. And we'll start the color test. Okay, so Gabrielle, if you can hear me, I think you will be the one who will designate the 12 person who are going to make the color test, okay?
Yes, well, actually, in this mode, I can't see the participants, but let's do it like that, that somebody raises raise your voice, and we will take who raises his voice, please.
Yeah, or I can call them. Now you see the color test, but do you see the participant list on the left part of the screen or not?
No, I can't see because you have shared the
Okay,
screen.
So I will designate people.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the color test. The procedure will be to take on half of the colors away. We will remove half of the colors, and we will remove the colors, this is very important, that feel not so comfortable for us. The one not we don't like, but maybe we don't like them, or that feel not very comfortable. And we will start line on the bottom, then second line, third line, fourth line, and we will proceed until the top. And then I will give an interpretation of the result. Naturally, you don't know the name of every colors. So what I ask you is you will just count. The first color will be 1, second color will be 2, third color will be 3, etc. So let's say you say, I want to remove color number 4, and I will click for you and remove color number 4. Then you say, I want to remove color number 2. I remove color number 2. Color number 8, I remove color number 8, etc., etc., etc. So let's start to unmute some people. Gabrielle, you will be the first to remove 4 colors on the first line.
Yes.
Gabrielle, you can unmute your mic, and you just tell me what color you want me to remove for you.
Is it the first line or the bottom line?
The bottom line here.
One question also for a better understanding. The colors that we remove are those we like less.
Yeah, the ones that feel not so comfortable for you or that you don't like.
Okay, yes. Okay, so then let's say 3.
3.
How many should I remove?
4 on every line.
Okay, 3, 4.
4.
Yes. 6.
6.
And 8.
And 8. Okay, now we proceed to the next line. And I will ask maybe if Alice is listen to me. Alice Mullen.
Hi.
Yeah, Alice, you can start to remove 4 color on line number 2. Tell me the color you want to remove by giving me the numbers.
Okay. And wait, sorry, you said 3 or 4 colors?
4 color.
Okay. Could you remove 3?
Number 3.
3 and 5, please.
5.
2.
2.
And 1, 2, 3, 6.
And 6. Thank you very much. You can mute yourself again.
Okay, thank you.
Pierre,
Okay.
we have a participant, Isan Ortega del Valle, has raised his hand.
Okay. Are you there? Can you unmute yourself? You can.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can remove 4 colors on the third line, this line. Tell me the number you want to remove.
Okay, if, number 1,
1,
2,
2,
5.
5.
You said 4 colors, right?
Sorry?
You said 4 colors. Okay.
4 colors. The one that you don't like so much at this place.
6. Number 6.
And 6. Next one. Who will be the next one? So I will choose.
Helen S.
Okay, Helen S.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
So I'm on row 4, yeah?
Yeah, this line.
Okay, so color 2 to be removed.
2.
Color 4.
4.
5.
5.
And 7.
7.
Yep.
Next person who want to play.
Hello, I'll play Leilani.
Yep.
So yeah, remove 1 and 2.
2.
5.
5.
And 7.
7. Thank you very much. Next person for the line here.
I would like to play.
Okay, May.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 7.
This one. 7.
Yes. And 3.
3. One more.
And the last one. Number 8.
8.
Yeah, the last one. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Next person. Who
Okay.
wanna go on, Marcel?
2, 2, 2,
2,
4,
4, 4.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
8.
And 8. Thank you very much, Marcel. Merci, Marcel. Who want to play? If nobody...
I'll play.
Okay, you play. Kim.
Okay. Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 4.
Number 4.
And number 3.
And number 3. Thank you very much. Who want to play?
So Rykke.
Ulrike.
Number 2.
Number 2.
5.
5.
8.
8.
And 3.
And 3. Thank you very much, Ulrike.
No, 3. 3.
I cannot remove it anymore.
Okay, then it's fine. Then it's like it is.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'll be the next one.
Yes, Inga.
Yeah. Number 2.
Number 2.
3.
3.
4.
4.
And 8.
8. Thank you, Ulrike. Next person.
I will.
Yeah, Maria.
Number 2.
2.
4.
4.
7.
7.
8.
8. Thank you very much, Maria. Who want to be the next one?
Okay, Monica.
Monica.
Okay. Number 1.
1.
4.
4.
5.
5.
and 8.
8. Thank you very much. So the color test is done. It's ready. So now let's go to the interpretation of it. So I will associate every colors. This is the colors that we have keep and on the right side of the screen, and this is the color that we have removed on the left side of the screen. And then here we have the graphic of the colors that we have kept. That means we have kept 3 magenta, 5 scarlet, 4 red, 5 orange, 4 blue, only 1 green, and 2 turquoise, 6 deep blues, 5 violet. So now we can interpret this as the energy of the group. The color test is usually helpful for psychotherapists, for acupuncturists, for naturopaths, because you can make or for people who work with the chakra, because we can make a complete interpretation of the bioenergetical field and the psyche, the emotional, and the physical. So every color do represent something special, a symbols, a part of the body, 1 meridian, 1 chakra. So we can interpret the meaning of this. Naturally, if we think about it, we will see that some color we prefer to keep, like this blue, we have kept 6 blue, and some color we have put on the side, like the green. We didn't like so much the green today. And some color we have more or less removed 4 and keep 4. We have keep 4 yellow, and we have keep 4, and we have removed 4 yellow. So that can be an interpretation. We can do an interpretation out of this. First thing I will interpret, it's what we call the resonant harmonic colors. What is the resonant harmonic colors? These colors is calculated on an average of all the colors. That means if we mix all those colors together, it will give a new color. And the group resonant harmonic color today is magenta. So if we mix all the colors that we have kept on the color test and we apply a certain algorithm, then we will come to the magenta color. So these magenta colors mean we have a special attraction for experiencing the energy which is related to the green. And if we remove, and I will interpret magenta, but if we look at the colors that we have removed, this is the color that we have removed. And if we mix all the color that we have removed, it will give a harmonic dissonant colors. That means the colors that we don't feel so comfortable with, and we will give an interpretation about it. And this is the complementary color of magenta. It is green. So I don't know if I do this, if you can see now the circle. Can you see my circle?
No.
No, okay. You are still on the color test, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so how will I do that? Okay, I will do this. I will unshare my screen of the color test and I will share another screen. Okay, hello, here I am. So now I share a second screen. Okay, do you see the circle?
Yes.
Okay, so this circle is a 12 color circle and the color we prefer was the magenta. It looks like this. And magenta, okay, is related to something which is, I call the flower. It is very important to me when you do color psychology to base yourself not on what you have seen on the books, because books give you a lot of meaning of this color and this colors, or chakra, they say this color mean this or this color mean that, etc. But I think that's my second present to the color world. I will encourage you to use a new sort of symbolism. And this symbolism is a very secure symbolism, which is the symbolism related to the nature. So when you think about one color, what does it mean? What is the symbols of this color? psychology of these colors. The best way to go, in my understanding of the color, is to think about what is this color in the nature. And from there, you can extract the meaning of the color. So for magenta, we will find where magenta in the nature. Actually, there is not a lot of magenta in the nature. And the place where we find a lot of magenta, almost the only place, it's in the flower. And so now we can try to understand what are the qualities of flowers, and especially of the petals of the flower, because other parts of the flower are green. So the petal of the flowers, they are soft. Sorry?
Oh.
Yeah.
Please mute your microphone.
Yeah. So the petal of the flowers, they have one quality, is they are very soft, sweet. They are tender, fragile. So what does it mean? It means that we are aiming for receiving flowers, receiving the quality of the petals of the flower, which means tenderness. Tenderness, it's a contact between soul. So soul want to be in contact with each other and melt together. So flowers are also used in the daily life to bring beauty, because we put flower in our garden, we put flower on the table on the dining room, and it brings some softness, some beauty. So we are aiming for beauty. We are looking for beauty. Beauty, tenderness, softness, contact. So why do I say contact with magenta? Actually, if you look at the color circle, the magenta is between the reddish part and the bluish part. And you don't see magenta in the rainbow. You will see magenta in a rainbow only in one occasion, is when two rainbows meet together. The part of the first rainbow that is red will mix with the bluish part of the second rainbow. And when the red part of one rainbow is meeting the bluish violet part of the second rainbow, then the mix of this red and violet, or red and blue, will create the color magenta. So it is connecting, magenta is connecting the higher world of spirituality, which is violet and blue, and the lower world of Hart, which is the red. Red is energy, and scarlet, which is the grounding, the earth. So magenta is, I call it the colors of the soul, connecting body, scarlet, and spirit, violet. So it's the soul. So what does it mean? That means we are looking for a connection between our soul and, our spirit and our body. And connection with people. Now we are in a very special time. This time is, everybody knows with COVID, we are separate from each other. We cannot contact anymore each other. We cannot touch each other. We cannot see the face of each other. And magenta is exactly the opposite of that. Magenta is to bring people together, love. Naturally, it is the colors of love and of tenderness. It's related to the heart chakra. It's the inner part of the heart chakra. So we're really looking for love, tenderness, contact, softness, sweetness, relationship. Now, let's have a look at the colors that we have removed the most. That is the disharmonic colors. That was green. Do you remember? We remove a lot of green. And if we mix all the color that we have removed on the color test, it gives sort of green. So what is the meaning of green? Very easy to understand the meaning of green. Don't believe what you see in the book. Many books relate green to the heart chakra. They will tell you green is love, but that's not the natural symbolism. If you look at green, basically it's look like the nature. It's the forest. This is where you see green in the nature. It's actually the forest and the nature. So green is related to the external world, the outside of ourselves. Inside ourselves, we have almost no green, except in the eyes and in the gallbladder or liver, which is producing the bile. So green is the outside of the world, and it is the complementary colors, exactly complementary colors of magenta. Green represents the nature, the external world, and it's called natural color. So why did we remove the green? When we remove one color, it doesn't mean we are against this symbolism. It means we are feeling some pain or some discomfort with it. Why did we remove green? Very difficult question. No, actually very easy. So imagine that you go into a forest. Will you meet a lot of people? Usually in the forest, there is nobody except you and maybe your partner or your child if you go with your child in the forest. Who like to go in the forest and live in the forest? That are the, I don't know in English how you say it, the ermite, the people who live alone in the forest. So somehow when you are into the forest, you are in a natural environment, but you are also a little bit alone because you have a lot of space. And actually the forest, the nature is also a symbol of natural existence, natural life, but also of freedom, space, and aloneness, because in the forest, there is actually nobody. So let's have a look at the color circle. Magenta is the colors of the heart, love, togetherness, meeting, connection, tenderness. And the forest, the green, is the colors of space. We have a lot of space in the forest. Also, the green is taking a lot of space on the chromatic circle. Actually, if you look in the rainbow, the green is the colors that take the more space into the rainbow. Also, the eyes is very sensitive to green. Actually, we are 2 times more sensitive to the greenish color than to the reddish or to the bluish color. So there is a sort of symbolism of space. We want magenta, we want togetherness, and we want to avoid to feel green. What does it mean to feel green? To feel green is to feel alone into the forest, alone into the jungle. In the jungle, there is nobody. And we are aiming to not being abandoned anymore. So that's a meaning of those 2 colors, the color we prefer. Green is also the colors of the liver. Green is also the colors of whatever do represent virus and bacteria. If you look on internet and if you write down sickness, icona, or if you look virus, icona, or image, but you make a research by image, all viruses, sick people, they will have an icon of a green people. When you are sick, you look green, actually. And so the green colors do represent in the unconscious of the humanity, the forest, the nature, balance, equilibrium, yes. But it also have a negative effect. It shows sickness, viruses, toxin. Liver is about toxin. So when we remove the green, what we say is that we want to avoid to feel sick. We want to avoid to be alone, abandoned into the forest. And we want to avoid, we are fed up with the story of the virus, you know, virus every day. Every fucking day. Sorry for my language, but I say what I think. So we say this virus that separate us, green is separation. This virus that is putting space between us, we don't want it anymore. What we want we want magenta, which is the heart, the soul, connected together and feel a relationship. So naturally, we can go on, we can go on interpreting this color test much deeper, much more deeper, because there is every colors can be interpreted. But that's what I will say, small, I don't want to make it too long. So I will stop here. Naturally, we can have a lot of more question on this, but that is my present to the world, and especially to this group. We need to be together, we need love, we need tenderness, and we want to avoid the green sickness, being alone, feel abandoned, and be fed up with all these viruses story. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy it very much. And no, I give back the mic to Gabrielle.
Wow.
I will stop to share my screen. Sorry.
Yes, thank you. How awesome, Pierre, that the common energy of the group is magenta. How lovely, because actually that's exactly what we are doing here and now, and what we have been doing the past 2 hours. Really amazing. Looking forward to learning more from you. Pierre is going to be the first presenter in January 19 and 26th. So please come back to explore. And we are looking forward to the start of our zoominars next year. I also want to say that our zoominars from the Color Lights project are meant for professionals and as well for lay people who are very much into and interested into the energy of light and color. So it's both. It's meant for everybody who feels attracted, and it's meant to spread this beauty and love and supportive energy of color and light. So looking so much forward. Myself, I will also do 2 zoominars in March with the title Think Outside the Box, with the help of light and colors. Looking forward to that. I want to give a big thanks to all the presenters of today. You were all amazing. I can tell you we have been a maximum of 97 attendees here in the Zoom room. What a joy. And yes, please stay tuned, and we will be back with our zoominars. And please write if you have any questions to the presenters. I also want to say all the websites of the presenters are on my website, color-buresch.at. So everything, all details can be seen there, and the booking is already open. And thanks a lot to everybody. Best wishes for a happy holiday season. Stay healthy, stay positive. And I and we wish you all the colors of the rainbow and lots of love and lights. Thank you.
Love. I love you.
Goodbye. All the best.
All the best, everybody.
See you next time. Yeah.
Have to say, I really enjoyed that from San Diego. This is Leah Sasla.
Hi, yeah.
It's wonderful.
Great. Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Alice.